Hello and welcome to this introduction to guided scripting with iVinix. Let's go ahead and dig into it. All right, so how it works. The customer is going to call in and it's going to transfer to your carrier of choice. And don't worry if your carrier is not listed on here. We have many options beyond what's listed there. These are just the most popular. And then basically the carrier is going to use some kind of skill-based routing or round robin that's going to come in to the agent, either through a hard phone or a soft phone. And then on the agent answer, we're going to get the agent desktop. So that's where the magic of inbound scripting takes place. To give you a quick tour of the screen, customer information is at the top left here. And you'll notice that it's automatically found the record based on the phone number, and it's pulled up the customer record. Then we have the interaction history or customer journey on the bottom left. At the center of the screen is my script. So thank you for calling. This is iVinix admin. How may I help you? May I get your member ID? Here's my use cases. So that's essentially what we're building out. I mean, there's a lot of ways to configure these inbound scripts, first and foremost. This is a no-code solution. It's frictionless. It's easy to use. Everything is drag and drop. So if you can imagine it, you can essentially make it happen. If it's step-by-step, if it has workflows, you can make it happen. But with this, you've got 5 different use cases that we wanted to give examples on. And that's just to show you that you can take a business workflow or multiple business workflows and convert them into a scripted process. Then on the right side, you've got a knowledge base that's just going to support the data that we have here in the center of the screen. So the agent has a lot more at their fingertips than just standard scripting. This is guided scripting. It's way more powerful than what you're used to seeing, right? So customer information, customer journey, script, multiple use cases, and knowledge base. And then we have other research items that we could include over here. So whatever data the agent needs to see on their screen so that they're not navigating away from their screen, that's what we want to get to. That's our goal. All right, so first thing to talk about is the API hub. In the back end of this system is an API hub, and that's native. So if I have to synchronize data, you can see I've got Dynamics, Salesforce, proprietary CRM. If I have to synchronize data between multiple sources, that's going to be really easy in this platform. Secondly, what's the end result of synchronizing all that data? We're going to get a click reduction. In this case, we're showing a 16-to-1 average click reduction. What does that mean? So if you're having to go into each of these individual systems and look up records, that's going to be very slow and cumbersome. And so what we want to do is have everything come onto the screen immediately, right? Instantly. As fast as you can snap your fingers, you're going to get everything that you need. The efficiency's there. There's no need to sit and ponder it. So with our search interactions, you'll be able to filter by the different interactions type. So that could be notes or calls or anything of that nature. So you can see here, I've got a note, a text message, an email. This is the customer journey. It's one view of all the interactions that we've had, even going back as far as to the beginning of when you started working with that particular contact. So it's very powerful. There's a lot of storage space. Guided scripting. All right, again, this is a no-code solution. It's extraordinarily powerful. Everything is drag and drop. So basically you take your business ideas and you say, okay, what's step one? Step one is we need a number. That number is going to look something up. Then after I have this number, I'm going to be presented with 5 options. Then I'm going to click on one of these options and it's going to take me to a tab to address that scenario, right? So change account status is essentially what we're selecting. And then we're going to jump into the guided process. Let's update that account status. So what would you like to do with your account status, sir or madam? Do you want a free account? Do you want a basic account? You know, what do you want to change your account status to? Do you want a VIP? And then we're going to go back to the main after we select one of those, right? And then of course, there's all the supporting information for the agent. Now, keeping in mind that this is going to work with not just inbound scripting for calls, it's also inbound scripting for items like work items. You can see on the top left here. If an item is coming in from the website, that's what we call a work item. That's just a piece of data that's coming in the same way that a phone call comes in or the same way that a text message or an email comes in. It's going to be delivered most likely through your CCaaS provider. And we're integrated on the CCaaS side. We're integrated on the UCaaS side. We can integrate other pieces of data. So basically think of it as we're integrated with everything that's relevant to what the agent is doing. And then when those work items come in, if it's a lead from your website, or maybe it's a survey or something like that, it's going to come in the same way that a phone call comes in, if that's how you want it to work, right? Getting back to our use case for the guided process. We've updated the account status, and then let's go with another use case. As I talk to the customer gets a little frustrated. We're going to escalate this issue. So I'm going to click to escalate the issue. Could you please describe the issue for me? Now, what's really powerful about this is how quickly it was put together. This is all drag and drop. So this is something that we can interview the client with and just say, hey, what are you thinking? What do you want? Oh, I want to have a description of the issue. I want to have, is the matter urgent or not? And I want to know how they want to be contacted. And then the date and time of the issue occurrence. We could do date time as well if we need to. But you have 40 plus data fields at your disposal. So literally, as fast as the customer can think, this system is able to use the no code, take advantage of the no code, the frictionless architecture to make that happen. And then here you go, you see it in concert. Basically now, this is working with the contact center. We're filling out, we're actively taking care of a problem, then we're going to disposition that. That's going to be very powerful. It's going to have a huge impact to your business. Now, final item that I want to talk about is the sidecar data. And it's not limited to the knowledge base, but the knowledge base is what we're showcasing, just to give you the idea behind it. Again, the screen from left to right is customer data, customer journey, the script in the center of the screen, and then any supporting data over here on the right side. So I've got my knowledge base for research. Obviously, this is HTML based. You can put tons of different content in here. We can synchronize it with a remote knowledge base like SharePoint or anything of that nature. And there's just a lot of power behind that. You could also iframe. There's a lot of use cases where the agent needs to see the iframe of a website. The power of that is, again, we don't want to get into that bad habit of navigating away from the screen. Anytime you're navigating away from the screen, you're wasting precious labor, expensive labor. That labor is the biggest expense that you're going to have running a business or running a contact center. So that is your introduction to inbound scripting, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please reach out to sales@ivinix.com. That's sales@ivinix.com if you have any other questions, or go to ivinix.com. That's ivinix.com, and check out our different solutions. There will be other video tutorials here. There's going to be one on our outbound guided process or outbound sales process, and then also our ticketing or guided ticketing, which again, keep in mind that these are way, way more powerful than any other inbound scripted or other ticketing systems or outbound systems that you're seeing. There is a metric ton of functionality pushing these items and these use cases forward. So keep that in mind as we go. Thank you so much for your time and have a great day. Bye.